education around the globe. At UBIS, we aspire to create, build, and enrich lifelong prosperity for the common global citizen by inspiring and advancing self-determination through education. Back to you, Rev.
Right, so hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining us from. My name is Vincent and I'm the Director of Partnership Development here at UBIS. So as Eduardo just highlighted in our mission statement, at UBIS we really want to provide each one of you with some very exciting global study opportunities. And it's very important for us to have global partners. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit our global campuses. So we have one in the beautiful city of Geneva in Switzerland. We have another one by the beach in Barcelona, Spain. And then we have our online global platform. Now, our Geneva campus is located 5 minutes walk from the United Nations. Okay, so we're really in the heart of the diplomatic part of Geneva. So for international relations, it's a very dynamic place to be for careers, internship opportunities. We're also 5 minutes walk from the Red Cross. Geneva and Switzerland as well are, known for finance. So a lot of the banks are headquartered there. So if you're looking to study and get into finance, then this is a great place to be as well. International Olympic Committee, sustainability startups are also really taking off in Geneva as well if you're looking to get into sustainability. So the campus is really in downtown Geneva with some great networking opportunities, both in business and international relations. The campus itself is a 5 minutes walk from Lac Le Mans, also known as Lake Geneva. So in summer, you have some wonderful water sports activities, kayaking, sailing, barbecues by the lake. In winter, for those of you who prefer the snow, you've got the Swiss Alps, the French Alps on the other side, and of course the Italian Alps. So if you like your skiing and snowboarding, then this is also a great place to be. And Switzerland has 4 official languages. So it's a great place to learn a language: French, German, Italian, and then the Swiss language. So if you want to pick up a new language, this is a great place to be as well. And of course, Switzerland is very central. So you're in the heart of Europe. You can be in Paris on the TGV in just over 3 hours, Milan in 4 hours, hop on the plane to London in 1 hour. So it's a lovely place to explore Europe. If, of course, you would like to be by the beach, which coming towards June, July time, it's a very nice place to be in Barcelona. Barcelona is, of course, a very multicultural student city, okay? It's by the sea, it has great cuisine, it has a wonderful culture and art scene. You can learn Spanish. There's over 179 nationalities just in Barcelona alone. So a very cosmopolitan city as well. And it's actually one of the most active startup scenes in Europe, okay? Particularly for the tech side. So for all those entrepreneurs out there, that's a great place to be as well. We then have our online campus, okay? So students from all over the world can do all of our programs online, asynchronous learning via Zoom. Everything is recorded. And this really allows you to have a flexible work and study schedule, okay? So you'll meet people from all over the world, from all different backgrounds. It's asynchronous learning, so keep in mind that you can hop on, hop off the program, whether you want to start online and then join us in Switzerland or join us in Barcelona. Everything is done via Zoom, it's recorded, and then you also have our Moodle learning platform for all your academic documents and information and learning materials uploaded via Moodle. The logos you see on the slides here are our new logos as part of our rebranding process, okay? So these will be launched in the coming weeks along with our brand new website, so it's a very exciting time. But also on the slide here, you see some of our university partners, okay? So we have over 17 international university partners where students can do the UBIS programs, they can receive dual degrees, whether it's in Switzerland, United Arab Emirates, Maldives, Vietnam, Paris, Geneva as well. So really a lot of exciting study opportunities, and I highly encourage you, if you have the time, to try and spend time at one of our international locations. It really helps you to broaden your mind as well as you travel the world and explore different cultures. Raf, back to you.
Thank you, Vincent. So hello, everyone. For those that don't know me, my name is Rafael Salazar. I am the Chief Customer Officer here at UBIS. So wanted to share today's agenda. The idea of this meeting is to provide you with as much information and introduce you to as many familiar faces as part of the UBIS family. So today you'll have the opportunity to see faculty, staff, and administration. You'll have the opportunity to talk and ask questions to some of our current students. We have part of the administration and student services staff here as well, and also answer questions when it comes to what to expect in the program, what is expected of you, and what's going to be happening as far as next steps in the next upcoming weeks. So again, pleasure to see you today. For those that haven't met, it is a pleasure to meet you. Dr. Santalova.
Thank you, Raf. Well, welcome everybody. It's a great pleasure to see you all. And I can see a lot of my students, the current students of UBIS. Guys, thank you very much for joining. We understand that that's right in the middle of your work day. We really appreciate that. So, well, my name is Dr. Tony Santalova, and I'm the Director of Research Institute at UBIS, as well as the Director of the DBA program. What can I say? I'm joining from Oxford, UK. As you know, it's like Oxford is all about the University of Oxford. So that's where I got my PhD, and I've been teaching for quite many years. So that's why I should say that I teach at UBIS as well. And that's why my expectations are quite high. At the same time, I'm sure that, you know, education should be enjoyable. And my colleagues emphasized all this a pleasure of having campuses, you know, in Geneva and Barcelona next to the beach. That's absolutely appealing. And also you've seen the list of the partners. I also think that I should go to Maldives to teach. Rafael, if you could help me, right? That sounds
Yeah,
great.
we can go together.
I think that what could be better. However, now I am teaching from Oxford, UK, but I should say that one of the excitements of the DBA program is that we organize twice a year minimum, so-called on-campus or residential training. And that's why we're all very busy now at DBA program, because we organize together with our partners, the University of Geneva, University of Strasbourg, and UNESCO chair at Strasbourg University, a conference in Geneva. And many of those who participate at this call, current students, they will be invited. I mean, the invitations should be sent shortly. So that's the opportunity. The other one is coming in October. As we say, you know, we promise you some global experience and, you know, traveling and networking online as well as in person. I think that's a big part of that. The other thing, we are very ambitious. We are very ambitious about our DBA candidates, and that's why we all try hard and work hard in order to provide you with the opportunities to develop research and also to publish, as well as, you know, kind of finalize your dissertation thesis by the end of this program, as well as have a publication or maybe several by the end of it. So in order to promote that and encourage you and help you, we organize, you know, Sunday colloquiums as an example. Every second Sunday of the month, we try to invite guest speakers and sometimes to pair those guest speakers with our students. And we have Shane, who can share his experience, and Marita, who also presented with our speakers at one of such occasions. I think that's always a great, how can I say, event on Sunday afternoon. And that's an opportunity for students to listen, to ask questions, to formulate your opinion, and so on and so forth. Also, we conduct, you know, student symposiums where you can present the design of your research. We also have student forums and many other opportunities. Again, like more details you can hear from students themselves rather than from me. you're aware about the details of the educational program, but I think the most important part, and we're extremely proud of our faculty, and our faculty, they come from both, from several continents, I would say, and the program tries to unite the best features of the American BA, DBA programs, as well as the European ones. So that's why we have research and coursework merged in our program. But however, the largest pride of ours is actually our students. And our students, they come from all over the world. We say that over 50 continents, Eduardo, right? And it's, thank you, and that's what I'm proud of, because every time I meet my students, I ask where they join from, and that's the pleasure, that's the experience that UBIS gave me personally, and just continuing teaching at Oxford only, I would have never had such an opportunity. That's why that's my pleasure, and that's my great honor to teach you and to deal with you, and really, really welcome. Welcome to our UBIS family. Raf, back to you.
Thank you. So as I mentioned, today we have a full number of people that are part of a staff administration, student services. They'll welcome you. You'll have the chance, again, to ask questions at the end or throughout the presentation, but I wanted to give a shout out to the UBIS family that is right here. So by all means, there are some people that will be talking throughout the presentation, but if not, go ahead and say hello. And these are people that at one point or another, you'll have the opportunity to interact with, whether it is student services, whether it is our academic register for your schedule, obviously the team in admissions here, your campus directors, your faculty, most importantly, Dr. Tony Santalova, and everyone here at the UBIS family. So again, welcome. Very nice to meet you all. Next, we wouldn't be here without our students. So we wanted to take an opportunity today for our students to speak, and and for you all to also be able to ask questions, interact, and share best practices and understand the expectations and what some of our students have decided to choose UBIS and how the program is going for them. So I wanted to first of all thank our some of our current students that are joining us, as you all can see, from all over the world, to take time out of their busy day to speak. I know a lot of you are in between meetings or about to travel, so I am going to give you the floor, as I know a lot of you are very busy. So again, thank you for taking the time. So Sasha, I know you are about to catch a plane, so let me go with you first, and then Marita, and then Shane, and then we can, and then we can go with everybody else. But thank you again, all of you, for taking the time to join us today and talk to our new students here at UBIS.
Thank you, Rafael. Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Because I just came off, I just arrived in Austria, Vienna. So very good. Yeah, hello and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. My name is Sasha from Germany, and I'm with UBIS since quite some time, almost a year and a half. I think I started in course 701 or 702, and I'm about to complete 708 with Dr. Santalova, which is a great pleasure and great fun. It's always easier to answer questions rather than to just mumble on and just talk. But a couple of things I can highlight to give you a few examples in why UBIS is the university or the place to be. First of all, when I was selecting the university quite some time back, there were many universities who didn't really come back to me. In the best case, I got a PowerPoint presentation and sign up here and pay. While UBIS was really, as you can see by yourself now, we are all together with almost 50 people. I can see 48. and having a chat with current students, with future students, with the DBA chair, and so on and so forth. So from the top down, which gave me also a lot of confidence. And that's why I thought I also have to be part of those calls to make sure that I also give back, because people also gave me confidence when I started. So, and most importantly, after you signed up and you started your DBA program, I can tell you, those guys at UBIS, they really look after you. And I'm not just saying this, but Rafael and I, we are basically in contact almost every day, right? Non-university, university related. It's great, and many others from the UBIS team. So they really look after you. And that was the point which really convinced me, and still convinces me as of today. The second part, and then I will hand it over to my fellow students to give you also a little bit of different insights. But for me, I do work for an airline in a very senior level. I am basically almost every day or every week in a different country. Like I said, I just arrived here in Austria, Vienna. Yesterday I was in Qatar. The day before I was in Sydney, Australia. And the university, I'm telling you this because the point I'm trying to tell you or to give you is the university is very supportive with your schedule and with the work which you have still to put in, but there's quite a big flexibility, which is for somebody like me quite a big advantage, because it really enables me to do that DBA. If I would have really, really strict deadlines and projects which cannot be moved at all, I would not be personally in my situation with my job. I would not be able to do it anywhere else. So, and the university is very, very supportive for someone. I do appreciate that quite a bit. So those 2 points I give you as a general insight. And Rafael, I think we're gonna give the others a chance to speak about their experience as well. But if there's any question towards myself, I'm more than happy to answer them before I have to run off.
Thank you, Sasha. So really appreciate it. And it's true. Sasha and I, maybe not every day, but we do talk at least 3 times a week.
Sasha, very quick question before you run. How many people are under your management?
I have in Qatar, Doha, 3,500, and then worldwide around 12 to 13,000. So all in all, it's around 15,500 with 6,000 more to recruit.
That's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can imagine how challenging it is to be a professor of Sasha. So, Sasha, thank you very much for your contribution. Thanks, Sasha. See you soon in the classroom.
Thank you. Marita.
Yes, hi everyone. Dr. Tony, good to see you again. Good to see everyone. Well, there's nothing much to add basically to what Sasha has said. He's absolutely right. I also tried from a personal experience, various online universities, tried to get in touch with them. It was an absolute nightmare. But with UBIS, it was easy, it was straightforward. The team was always available. No question was unanswered. And it was not only about getting me on board and getting the paycheck ready. And this was an absolute pleasure. It was about the program, and not because I'm a UBIS student right now, but even throughout classes and registration and all the process, because we're so remote and we don't see each other often, we are most of the time overwhelmed by the system. But with UBIS, it was quite easy. It's very straightforward, very user-friendly, and most of all, it's centered around students. And this is unlike anything we've ever seen in academia so far online. Is it demanding? Yes. We're all working professionals, but yes, it is. You have classes, you have work to submit. But as Sasha said, we all have different issues that we're facing, different challenges wherever we are in the world, in our countries, environment, whatever it is. And the university takes into consideration this, and it's actually a requirement from each class to specify whether we have issues what are we facing, how they can facilitate our life in the educational system. And this is very appreciated from all of us, because we each have a different nightmare that we're dealing with in specific countries. But this being said, I can't be more happy to have joined the team. Academia is already very demanding, but with UBIS, it's all straightforward. The system online, the Moodle system, you'll see as you get along with it, you start getting, more and more at ease with the application, with the submission deadlines. The professors are always available to answer you. And as Raphael specified, we're also here to answer any questions that you guys might have. And to be honest, this peer-to-peer questions that were initiated by the university long before when I first joined helped me a lot. I was in touch with several UBIS students whom were very receptive to questions, always available to answer. And again, I know it might sound overwhelming because we're each in different countries, in different continents, but it's very easy to handle, to navigate. And the whole team is available for support and more information as needed. So, and I'm here. I'm sure, Raphael, you can share my email if needed. I'd be happy to help out however I can.
Thank you, Marita. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that.
You all thank Marita for your help and assistance. Marita, you're great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Shane, I know you need to run soon, so if you could go briefly, I know we still have a lot to cover for everybody. Thank you.
So that's code for don't say too much, keep it brief, right? Well, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. It's good to see everyone on this call, many familiar faces. I didn't realize Dr. Santalova would be on this call, so I need to say great things because she'll be grading us soon and we'll be working underneath her for the next course. So only good things to say. But firstly, welcome to everybody on this call. It's obviously a very exciting time for you, probably a lot going through your heads, lots of considerations, lots of options that you're looking at. We were all there not too long ago. So yeah, could definitely relate to what you're feeling. A little bit of a testimonial from my side. Shane Capizorio. I come from South Africa, living in the US right now for the last few years. I work as a leader in a multi-billion-dollar global leader of a specialty chemistry company that's in over 100 countries. And my background was Bachelor of Science, and then I did Masters and MBA and all those kind of things. And at some point got to what is the next step? And I felt like there was something needed to cap it all off. And then the search for the doctoral next step PhD became inevitable. And that search is interesting, and I know you're probably all going through that right now and evaluating many options. In the US, my experience has been different to what Sasha and Marita just shared, where they didn't have universities or colleges come back to them. In the US, if you go online and you click on something, within about 3 minutes, those phones are ringing and they will badger you and they will hunt you down. So I had the opposite, where I had an outpouring of options, too many options. And everyone talks a big game. Everyone speaks like, they've got it all together. And unfortunately, you start realizing you're dealing with people that are just talking off a script, saying really the same things, and you become frustrated with the process. I then met Raphael and further other members of the team, Nicole and so forth. And I realized that the word support that gets used a lot and the boutique university approach is real. Ladies and gents, these people live that. I think Sasha said it well, and Marita too. They truly do live that, because support is not an issue until you need it, right? And then suddenly the world falls apart. We're all working professionals, as Marita said well. We've all got our challenges. Work-life balance is a struggle. That's not going to end anytime soon. The world is a crazy place. How you fit this into your life is an issue. And trying to find the right fit is important. So again, I had too many options. I guess, what has my experience been thus far? I would want to point out that the key aspects of my experience with UBIS and the faculty that you have many of on this call has been delightful. I've only got good things to say. Every time I've needed something, it's been a rapid response, giving me more than I need, there for whatever it may be. I mean, just in the last while, whether it's admission, onboarding. I was talking to Eduardo yesterday, Rafael yesterday, student services. If you need something, they're there. And again, it's not lip service. They really are there. The word support here is a strategic and competitive advantage for this institution because of how well they do that. I think the quality of instruction has been impressive. We've only been in this course for a few months, but we're dealing with professors and doctors of Oxford, and Cambridge, and esteemed learned colleagues that, we're not dealing with fresh green people that have just finished their own course. The level of education has been almost surreal. It's been a little bit weird to talk to some of these people in institutions you've only read about and heard about. It's surreal to a great degree. But that quality of instruction, Dr. Santalova, Dr. Summers that I've worked with, it's been awesome. It's just been awesome. And you got to experience it, I guess. But, the international discussions, the colloquia that Dr. Santalova spoke about, a chance to network globally, to talk through diverse subjects, to expand your mind, to grow, and to deal with colleagues that are in such diverse fields. You grow rapidly because you're exposed. This is not a course taught by inexperienced people and just a shell of a university. It is an impressive experience, and this journey that you will go on will be richer at the end of it, no doubt about that, because I certainly feel that already. I'm loving the international feel. I'm loving the diversity, the global classroom we have. This morning, I was on a call with Marita in Lebanon and Budi in Singapore and others from Africa. And it's fantastic. It's really internationalized, and you get that perspective of the global feel, the relevance, what's going on, finger on the pulse kind of stuff. I certainly have no buyer's remorse whatsoever. I would highly advocate and evangelize for this university because they walk the talk, the support, the education. It's been impressive. I'm enjoying the journey, and I would be very proud one day to be capped as a doctoral candidate for this university. And I wish you the best in your selection. I can tell you now, it will not be a mistake to go with this university. It certainly has been impressive so far, and I look forward to the next step with my colleagues. And I'm available to talk through the specifics and details with you anytime if you reach out to Rafael. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Truly appreciate it. So I know we still have more testimonials. This is very impressive and really testament what we're doing as a university. So I truly appreciate that. I know we have some other people, some of our current students to speak. What we're going to do is continue going over the presentation as we still have the Q&A and give others and give you guys at the end an opportunity to share your testimonials or perhaps answer any questions directly from the students. So I appreciate Adedisi, Budi, Diana, Stig, Vincent sticking around. We'll definitely want to hear from you as well. So if we can move on to the next slide, please. Oh, hey, so as expectations as a student, Dr. Santalova.
Right, thank you very much. Could we put our slideshow on the slideshow mode? Yeah, okay. So as I have mentioned, the expectations are quite high, but we are flexible. We understand that you're professionals, you try hard to find that balance of life, work and education, right, and studies you're doing. So very challenging, but that's why we're so much proud of you, definitely. So we use the platform called the Moodle for our seminars, as well as for your assignment submission, as well as for some discussion threads we practice. That's where you have also access to online resources. There is the special tab. I'm sure that you're going to be provided with a special training how to use how to make this platform serve your needs actually. Also, we plan in the future, as soon as you complete your coursework at the Moodle platform, we plan that every single DBA candidate is going to have his or her own office, and that's or the space where your communication with the assigned research advisor is going to happen. So that would be, you know, kind of your personal office at our UBIS Moodle platform. So that's ideally, you know, how the system is going to work for you in the second half. But before that, so the Moodle, we have this connection to online resources. It means that you can be really mobile with your studies. So it means that you're not supposed, even in most cases, not supposed to have the hard copy of the textbook, but rather whenever you have an opportunity, you go online, you know, you open your course shell and you'll be able to read a patched or, you know, posted materials by the lecturer, by your professor, just to have a look at those or to read through, you know, to work on the assignment suggested and things like that. Through the Moodle, you're going to have the comments as well received, but also do not forget to check your email, UBIS email address as well, because, you know, that's the particularity of the online education. It's much more complicated, right, to build the relationship, to build there's a functioning properly communication. So that's why you know, checking your emails, going, you know, to the Moodle shell, that counts. That's absolutely important. I will skip this as student life because you're all professionals. I'm sure that you know how to find the sparkles of the social life, but I would say that the most exciting thing is networking, right? And through attending these online sessions on Sunday, you have an opportunity to meet and then, you know, maybe to cooperate and contact people from a lot of our partner organizations. Plus the leadership of UBIS, like the CEO, for instance, she comes from the business world, banking, you know, she brings a lot of context from this sphere to our life. And, you know, all our professors bring their context. And as Shane fairly mentioned, for instance, when he delivered his presentation at one of the colloquiums, he was paired with the person from Cambridge University, Cambridge Assessment. And I should say, Shane, your presentation was brighter, was many more insights, by the way. But that's the case, right? The other Sunday, we had a lawyer from the New York City, Dr. Aurora, and she's an expert in data privacy and security, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's talking about our connections, and we are quite well connected. I agree with Shane in this. What graduation? Of course, we would love to see you all at the graduation ceremony. I think that would be this you know, the summit, right? When you come in person, when everybody is so kind of happy, dressed well, smart. So that would be definitely a pleasure to see you all, and we would definitely encourage you, you know, to do that. But before graduation, again, I'm saying that there would be many other opportunities to meet in person again, to exchange ideas, maybe to debate and things like that. So. Yes, and the highlight again that we are going to assign you with the research advisor. So the most crucial phase, writing up your dissertation, and that's usually the phase there where many universities, they see most of dropouts, because that can be quite lonely when you're on your own, just, you know, writing up basically. So we are very keen to provide this period in a smooth and well scaffolded manner to you. And that's why we really believe that you develop this relationship with your advisor and also manage up, because you understand that communication, again, that's both ways road, right? So that's why, yes, at this stage, you know, we have a very good pool of advisors for you, and we feel, you know, kind of really good at having all these people in our pipeline and ready to help you and provide their expertise and their service to you. So that would be from me about education and studying.
Yes, so if you could also talk about the student handbook and personalized dissertation handbook that the students will be receiving and course syllabi.
Absolutely. So basically, everybody is going to be given this document, Doctorate of Business Administration dissertation handbook. But in this handbook, you will find information much more than just about the dissertation. So that's where you would have the list of courses to be provided. So those are kind of legally binding terms that we promise you, right? That we promise that we fulfill and provide you with the courses listed. There would be the requirements as well, like what is expected from you, what you can expect from us, as well as the more specific, like technical specification for the dissertation. But that's the second part of this handbook. I don't think that you will find the course syllabi in this handbook. You will find them in the Moodle shell, right? So you would be able to download those, but you would have the description of the courses to be provided. And then, yes, access to the library as well as other regulations like policies we have in our business school. So you will find the information about those in the handbook as well. And context for faculty and administration, that goes without saying, but even beyond the handbook, you're going to have those, right? Because you have already been contacted by our wonderful admissions team, and Raf, Nicole, and wonderful managers of accounts that you have already met. So we all be with you, but now you would be added with more addresses, and that would be already the academic stuff at our university, to cooperate and to communicate with you.
Thank you. Okay, so our online experience. So all our classes are done by using the Zoom platform. We have the opportunity for you to have your live lectures, but at the same time, the live lectures are recorded for those busy professionals that don't have the ability to watch a live lecture. You can always watch the recording at any time during any given day. But also you have the option to do both. You have the option to watch your live lecture, but also watch the recording at the same time. We truly do challenge the boundaries of online traditional education. So we give you obviously that one-on-one interaction with your instructor by providing you the live conversations, dynamic discussions, and have the opportunity for everyone all over the world to share different points of views. We have a student services department. We help inside, outside the classroom, tailored to the experience, whether it is at a campus or whether it is online. We have a student services team that can help you with anything related to the classroom experience or anything that is hindering or preventing you from continuing your program. As well, global faculty from all over the world. All right, so I know we have already talked about the UBIS Research Institute, but Dr. Tony, if you can, anything else that you want to share in regards to this?
Sure, thank you, Raf. So as we've mentioned, okay, so talking about online seminars, I would highly recommend that you try to attend those. I mean, attend online, okay? Because despite being really busy, I believe that the students on this call would just prove that they are quite helpful. And I mean that's kind of an element that particularly important, for the doctoral students, because at the end of the course with your dissertations, you're already supposed to form new knowledge, and we all appreciate how challenging it is, right? So during the online seminars and courses and symposiums and colloquiums, so that's kind of there's a training platform to be critical, to try to analyze, to try to doubt all those, guest speakers coming. Like the next weekend, not next weekend, I mean, this is Sunday, we have another remarkable speaker, and he is a business person from the United States of America, and with, God knows, like over 40, maybe 35 years of experience in business. So, he delivers his presentation about how to take the company through the crisis times. And that's when you have a chance to question him, to kind of analyze what has been presented to you, and so on and so forth. So I sincerely believe that these are doctoral program and research, they go hand in hand. And that's why, all this listed here in this slide and much beyond, where I encourage you to actively participate, because it's not about, our DBA program is not about the diploma only. I would convince you. That's about, Shane, if you let me, I quote you, taking you to the upper level and providing greatness. So greatness comes with the DBA program. So that's what we are aiming at.
Would you like to share anything about teaching opportunities and publishing, Tony, to our students?
That's very true. So basically, as I said, actually, you will find that in the handbook, you would have an opportunity when you develop the dissertation. It can be presented in the form of several scientific articles to be published, right? But apart from that, there are other opportunities. If you, during the training course, if you develop the interest in some other area, so you're very welcome to approach our faculty members, approach me with these ideas. Also, we would have, online publications, and at the moment, very shortly, we're going to issue this call for papers for literature review chapters. So before you really apply and send your articles, your papers to the top tier peer-reviewed journals, it's quite useful, to try how effective you are, how effective your writing style is, how, convincing your argument can be with our UBIS publications, online publications. So you can take it as the first level, right? And then we help you with approaching peer-reviewed journals. So that's the plan for the publication as well. Many of you take this doctoral program as an opportunity to change your career path or to extend the opportunities in future. And I believe that for many of you, an opportunity to teach in the higher educational establishments is the option. So that's why at UBIS, we aim to provide those of you who are interested in teaching with the opportunity to teach that you could put into your CV, to teach our master's and bachelor level students. So there will be such an opportunity as well that I believe, those of you who think about teaching after graduation should actually use.
Thank you. I'll speak real quick on Moodle. So Moodle is our learning management system, a learning management platform that we use. It is important to share that upon your beginning of classes during the first week, the admissions team and student services will schedule a time to set you up with a personalized walkthrough so you can understand all the features and benefits of Moodle, how to access your lecture, how to customize it to your benefit, how to access it from your tablet, mobile, or phone, how to look for the Zoom meetings for your live lecture or recording, download the syllabus. So it is a very user-friendly platform. Our library is in there as well. You can get access right from the UBIS website in case you don't have the link. So we will make sure that you understand all features and benefits and facilitate it for you upon your beginning of classes as well. Nicole.
Yes, I know it seems silly that we have a slide on your UBIS email address, but this is how you're going to access all of your platforms, communicate with your faculty, communicate with your classmates, surveys. And like Raphael said, we will be walking you through everything, making sure you have access, saving it to your favorites, whatever you need. Some people need a little bit more technical help than others, but you have a team here that's going to help you with everything.
Hey, Eduardo, student services.
Yes, about student services. So for you to have a general idea of what can we do from student services, we provide guidance relating to all aspects of college programs and services related to accommodations, migration requirements. This includes resident permits, insurance policies, and opening of bank accounts. Also, we offer mentoring, coaching, and support to develop students' personal, professional, and academic path. This includes assistance to find internships. However, we may not guarantee internships. We can, through our platform and our collaboration with Job Teaser, we will expose you to internships or volunteer work opportunities. We provide support and assistance to resolve any issues or complaints related to non-academic matters. We give assistance with ongoing course registration and changes in registration. We assist in the advising of students in the areas of program and curriculum planning, goal setting, time management planning, and program mapping. And finally, we provide assistance regarding degree requirements, programs, policies and procedures, financial assistance programs, transcript evaluation, and general college services. Now, for us in UBIS, our community is paramount. It's key, especially their participation in the student governance. So through the ambassadors, through our alumni network, through our Global Student Council, which, by the way, we have one of the directors of the Global Student Council here today present. So thank you, Vincent, for being here. Through these entities, through these organizations, students are able to contribute with the development and enhancement of the university to help us help the students have a better place, have a better university, a better academic experience. So for us, it's extremely important that you get involved in extracurricular activities. The Student Council is creating different type of committees depending on the type of projects that are developing. So there is a lot of things to be done. So the idea is for everyone to have a little part in the participation in this construction of projects and ideas and events that the UBIS community is always trying to produce for all of us. So this brings me to the next idea, the educational events and get-together online activities. So we try to bring hybrid events with the idea to connect the online students from all over the world, students that are in different campuses all over the world, and have some sense of belonging, that connection, that human connection that makes us thrive, that makes us want to do wonderful things. So that's a very important element that student services is always vigilant, trying to provide the best environment possible for the students. We have a top-notch online student platform and courseware, like my colleagues were mentioning before. Through the online platform, Moodle, you have all the resources through Cengage as well. You have all the resources available to do excellent researches, to do all your assignments. And that also brings me to the library access that you have through Learn. And this is a hybrid learning, what we're offering here. So this means that you can manage your own time. Ideally, it would be great if you can assist and attend to the live sessions. However, if by any chance work gets in the way or you have other commitments, you can always watch the recordings of the sessions on your own time. So the most important thing here is to focus on the participation. We must participate in all the activities that our faculty is posting on Moodle. And we have an international presence with our partners and campuses worldwide, like my colleague Vincent was mentioning at the beginning. So what we are and what we have here, it's a real global, international, multicultural experience waiting for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eduardo. Right, we can move on to the next slide. So I know for the sake of time, as we have run a little bit over and still want some of our current students to be able to speak on their experience too. We want to go ahead before we talk about next steps and what's happening for our population here to be able to go ahead and answer any questions that you may have for our faculty, staff, or any of our students. So with that being said, let's go ahead and open up the Q&A session for any students to have the opportunity to, again, answer anything that comes to your mind. So if we could stop sharing the presentation for a bit, that way we can all see everybody's faces and go from there. So are there any questions that anyone have that we can go ahead and cover at this point as far as expectations, structure of the program, questions to our students, anything that comes to mind at this point that you believe you can answer, that we believe we can answer? Please go ahead and raise your hand the old school fashioned way, use the reaction emoji with raising your hand too, or we could also utilize the chat box as well too. So are there any questions? I know we have covered a lot that anyone has for us today. I don't see any questions so far. I know we have covered a lot.
That's very true. Any concerns, like how to balance maybe your family life and your work and DBA program? Vincent is smiling. He definitely knows how to balance that.
Vincent, anything you want to talk about? And also you can talk about the student council too, if you like.
Well, I don't know. Just quickly, I want to say I'm feel guilty. I'm getting 2 for the price of 1 with UBIS because my son is within earshot and he hears all the lectures and he hears all the presentations. So at the end of my program, I'm going to have 2 DBAs in my house for the price of 1, and I just want to say, UBIS, I'm thinking business, your CEO says you move at the speed of business, but I think I've outdone her. She's a genius. You guys will get to meet her probably if you attend the symposium and other events. Kathy Raffaelli, who's the CEO of business and very inspirational. I say she reminds me of Ted Turner, who launched CNN, and really, it's amazing. With that kind of environment, with that kind of leadership, I think UBIS is a good fit. It's a business community, business college, but it's also this. It's a social engagement. It's meeting people. It's fun. It's flexible. You adapt it to your circumstances. The recordings work perfectly. The lectures and the presentations are active. And by the way, my photo in there that's my artificial intelligence shot. That's my new look. So the UBIS, the lectures, you have weekly assignments. Be prepared for that. Be prepared for 4 or 5 hours daily on average of hard work. You have to slug it out. And if you missed 4 or 5 hours yesterday, you may have to catch up. And sometimes more, sometimes less. Students have different capabilities, and so it's okay if you don't use my guideline, but you adapt it to your capacity. We do reviews of articles every week. We do assignments. Sometimes we do reflections on the readings that you have to do in preparation for the course lecture. We have readings from the HBR Harvard Business Review journals or other journals. We do thesis. We look at other people's work, other people's dissertations, and we use that to construct our own ideas and to analyze so we can get a feel for what we will be expected to do and to bring up our standards. Things like movies, you might be asked to look at a movie in your coursework and critique that movie or apply what you just learned to the movie, or the leadership lesson might be depicted in the script of a movie. It kind of messes you up because from now going forward, then you sort of look at movies in a whole different light. You no longer just enjoy them. You become, they become assignments going forward. Whether it's Abraham Lincoln's movie for leadership or Wilberforce. And you get all those YouTube videos, that before I didn't tune into that kind of thing, and now all of a sudden YouTube is, wow, okay, I wonder what's on YouTube now, and Dr. Santalova posted this YouTube video. And YouTube has a way of giving you 7 other options on the right. So after you're done with hers, you say, oh my goodness, but look at this good stuff here. I better read this. So it's like a trick. She gets you to look at one, but she knows fully well that you have around 4, 5, 6 others on the right that you're gonna have to look at anyway because you can't help yourself. So I mean, you can make it fun. It's not boring. And I believe because of that design, she mentioned about the dropouts. And I very much doubt that will apply to UBIS because of how they've designed the program. And I just end by saying, UBIS in the end, it's the people. It's the Nicole, it's the Chantal, you know, the quality, the Eduardo. I mean, I don't know everybody, but the ones that you will meet, and as you go along, you will find that what makes you stick around, what makes you want to continue is the sense that you're in a family. And as Dr. Santalova will say, you know, your family holds you accountable. So you feel a sense of eventually you get to the point where you feel, hey, you know, I'd be letting down my professor if I didn't get that assignment done on time, you know, or I'd be letting down my wider colleagues, you know, who've been cheering me on if I did not go through or did not participate. So you will feel that at UBIS, and that's just my quick spiel. I could go on forever. I have my ABC template, but I cannot deviate it from that. A would be affordable, authentic, accredited, which is important for all of us, accredited, and always trying to do better, because UBIS is in the process of trying to get more accreditations, you know, and that is encouraging, you know, value for money. Business like B, moving at the speed of business, you know, boutique, you know, the relationships. C, caring, as you can see here. D, diverse, folks from all over the world, all kind of complexions and races and nationalities here, you know, so the diversity. Engagement, E, engaged, the European brand. I mean, I did my first degree in Europe, did my second in the US, which is where I am now, USVI, and I'm going back to my terminal, as they call it, terminal sounds like death, but the final degree, which is back to Geneva and the European brand. You cannot beat the European brand in the world of today. E also exceeds expectations, you know, and I'll jump to G, which is global. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Always appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you so much. I feel very much like signing in into DBA program again. You know, since I have only a PhD, why not? So, thank you, Vincent. That's kind.
Oh, hey, do we have come on, do we have any questions? Or again, I know we have covered a lot, but any questions, comments, what to expect, anything that we can think of at this point? All right, so why don't we talk about next steps? About next steps, please. If we can share the presentation real quick, it's just one more slide. And for the second time, I'll actually start talking about it. So the admissions team will be reaching out to you to set up anything that is required to finish your to finish your requirements in order to receive access to any credentials. So credentials is, as Nicole said, your UBIS email address. As Eduardo said, access to Moodle, as we talk about the library. So important to ensure that we have all that ready for you. It is important to mention too, from the testimonials that you are hearing, from what you're hearing from Dr. Santalova as well. As a university, we continue to grow. This program has grown tremendously in the last year, which is something that we are very excited about. We are bringing more resources and more things to this program. So I definitely encourage you to complete all your documents and complete all your requirements sooner rather than later, as completely understandable. This is also a university, it is a business, so tuition maybe the cost of tuition may be increasing. So it is definitely important to complete everything as you can as soon as possible. That way you can still take advantage of the tuition that we have right now, and so and be able to lock your tuition in. So for those that have not fully finished, so let's make sure that we complete that, and the admissions team will be reaching out to you directly to ensure again that you have your walkthrough set up and help you finalize anything else that's needed in order for you to have a successful first week, a successful journey and a successful experience here at UBIS. So I do see another question that came from the chat. What days of the week and time are the lectures, seminars held? Dr. Antonina, do you want to take that one?
Yes, absolutely. So these term and next term, we have them on Fridays and Saturdays, and then Sundays for colloquiums or forums. Yes, so Fridays and Saturdays, and usually from 3 p.m. London time.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions or anything else that want to be shared? Last but not least, Woody, Diana, Adebisi, is there anything that you guys want to share? I apologize. I know we ran a little bit out of time. So is there any final words or anything that you want to share to a student? Maybe in a quick sentence or two, as we have definitely run out of time today. Is there anything that you guys want to share, please?
Sure, Rafa. I'm Budi from Singapore. I think it is the first step that you can take by looking into UBIS, and I know a lot of information was shared, and I think if you really consider UBIS, you are going to be well taken care of, and you're in good hands because the lineup of the faculty members, they have very incredible credentials. So I feel that I've chosen the right university for my DBA program, and I'm very confident that I'm in good hands. So really encourage you guys to really consider UBIS. That's from me, Rafa.
Thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. Anything else from anybody else at the VC, Diana? Anything that you guys want to share real quick?
Okay, I'll just jump in real quick. I mean, first of all, I mean, everything well said. Guys, jump on it. You really just have to start before you know what's how beautiful UBIS is. And a lot of people spoke about the faculty and the employees of UBIS, which is very great. But one thing also you'll find is the set of students are also pretty awesome in terms of the team you get to work with. And I mean, this morning I was having a chat with one of the students, and she was working on Netflix, on a review on Netflix, and she had mentioned in a review that Netflix was going to lose value, even though she had mentioned this was going to happen in maybe 1-2 years from now. We saw that what she had mentioned before is actually really happening now, with Netflix losing its value and some of its subscribers. So what am I saying in excess? It's real life situations you are going to be analyzing in UBIS, and before you even graduate, you see that some of your postulations are coming to pass. So get on board on time and start making these predictions yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything on your end, Diana, before we end?
Yes, I'm on route somewhere, but I think one thing that I really wanted to say is when I was searching for my DBA, one of the things that I was looking at was the content of the preparation. A lot of other organizations in my assessment didn't have that, and the content of preparation for me, I think, is one of the greatest selling points.
I think we lost you, Diana. Can you all hear me? What is it, Diana?
We hear you, Red, but I think we...
Yeah, I believe she lost her connection. She's not even on camera anymore. But on that note, thank you everyone for taking the time today to be with us. We truly appreciate it. We are very excited to welcome you into the UBIS family, and again, and be part of this journey with you. We look forward to seeing your collaborations, looking at your dissertations, and getting to know you as part of our family of students, and again, being part of this journey with you. So thank you so much today for taking the time. This event will also be recorded. So anything that you want to review or you want to contact or any of our students as they kindly offer for any additional questions, you can do so. And the admissions team will be reaching out to you as well. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day, evening, afternoon. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you in the classroom soon.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Bye.
So what do you want now? I must do?